Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're focusing on a big name, Courtney Lawes, a player synonymous with, well, top-level rugby for so long.
Absolutely. And we've got a really interesting piece from Planet Rugby just out today, May 5th, 2025.
Yeah, it gives a great snapshot of his ambitions, his current form.
And it's perfect timing, isn't it? With the British and Irish Lions squad announcement literally days away.
Exactly. Plus, a huge week for his club, Brive.
So our mission today is really to unpack all that. Law's mindset, the move to France, what it means for Brive, and of course his Lions hopes.
And before we jump right in, if you're enjoying this kind of deep dive, make sure you hit subscribe on Rugby Obsession. We do this regularly.
Definitely worth it.
Okay, so Lawes in France. The article paints a picture of life in Brive. Quite idyllic.
Yeah, he calls it quiet, really beautiful, seems to appreciate the lack of traffic, good restaurants, a change of pace perhaps.
It is not all quiet, is it? This week is massive.
Lions squad drops Thursday.
And then Friday, Brive have this top-of-the-table clash in the Pro D2 against Grenoble.
Who are currently 5 points clear, so yeah, monumental game for Brive's promotion hopes.
And Brives are flying, aren't they? The article mentions 6 wins on the trot.
6 in a row and 9 wins from their last 10 matches. That's serious momentum.
You don't get that sort of form by accident. Suggests Lawes is having a real impact there?
I think that's clear. And his aims, according to the piece, are very straightforward.
Promotion with Brive.
And making that Lions tour to Australia, no ambiguity there.
It really counters any idea that he went to France just to, wind down his career.
Definitely not. There's that great quote, "I'm never going to go somewhere and just give up the dream."
That says it all, really. That ambition is still burning bright.
He just wants to keep improving, be the best he can be. It's impressive.
And remember that story about Brive's head of rugby, Pierre-Henri Bronken?
Oh yeah, warning him when he signed. That Brive wasn't a retirement home.
Exactly. And Lawes apparently just said, I'm here to take you back to the top 14.
And look where they are now, 8 points clear of third place.
Pretty much nailed on for a home playoff semifinal. He's certainly backing up those words.
He is. And it's interesting, he also talks about wanting to finish top of the league outright.
Even though there are no specific rewards for it.
Right. It's just that inherent competitiveness, that desire to be number one.
That winning mentality. It's pure Lawes, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And that's why the Lions question is so fascinating. He's 36, retired from England.
But he clearly believes he can still hack it at that level for the Lions.
He sounds very confident in his current form, his fitness.
And his leadership, obviously. Plus that defensive prowess hasn't gone anywhere.
No. He feels he can perform consistently, and, maybe that focus just on club rugby this season has actually helped him maintain that peak condition.
Could be. He does mention the Lions is always in the back of your mind.
But, crucially, not the only thing driving him, which I think speaks well of his commitment to Brive.
Yeah, delivering for your club week in, week out. It's probably the best Lions audition anyway.
Totally agree. And he's even talking about potentially another year on his Brive contract, maybe playing beyond that. The hunger's still there.
So that's his perspective. What about outside views? The Planet Rugby piece touches on that too, doesn't it?
It does. It mentions Chris Foy from the Daily Mail, who was recently out in Brive.
What was his take?
Foy apparently reported Lawes is fit and firing. Big words.
Definitely.
And highlighted his presence, universal respect, popularity, and know-how. Foy basically says Andy Farrell should pick him.
Wow, quite the endorsement.
It is. And there's an interesting comparison made to Johnny Wilkinson's impact at Toulon back in the day.
Right. The leadership, the standard setting.
Exactly. Suggesting Lawes brings that same kind of talismanic quality to Brive and could potentially bring it to the Lions squad too.
Makes sense. Let's shift focus slightly, though. The move to France, it wasn't just about rugby, was it?
No, the article makes a point of calling it a family achievement. His wife, Jess, their 4 kids, everyone was part of that decision.
And it wasn't all smooth sailing initially.
Seems not. Particularly for the twin boys starting at a French school. Apparently only one other kid spoke English, Bruce Rehana's son, funnily enough.
Oh, wow. That must have been tough. A lot of tears, the article says.
Yeah, but it sounds like they pushed through it, showed some real resilience as a family.
And now? Settled?
Seems so. Lawes says everyday life is generally easier, simpler perhaps, and there's a practical benefit too.
What's that?
Longer school hours for the kids mean more recovery time for him on his days off.
Huh. Every little helps, I suppose, especially at 36.
Indeed. And the support from the Brive fans sounds immense, too.
Yeah, big crowds for a town that size. Shows the passion for rugby there.
And Lawes seems genuinely happy to be giving back to the club, fulfilling the promises he made when he signed.
It's a good story. You know, if you're finding this discussion interesting, do consider subscribing to Rugby Obsession for more content like this.
Definitely. So, thinking bigger picture, the timing of this article right before the Lions squad announcement, it really throws Lawes into the spotlight.
Absolutely. His drive, whether it's for Brive's promotion or a potential Lions spot, it just embodies that elite rugby mindset, doesn't it?
It does. And the personal side, the family move, it gives you a glimpse into the sacrifices, the wider context beyond the pitch.
You look at his previous Lions tours, his experience,
Yeah.
and then you weigh it against his current form in France.
It's a tough call for Farrell, isn't it? What do you reckon? We genuinely love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Does Lawes make your Lions squad?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Courtney Lawes' situation right now is just compelling. You've got the ambition, the leadership, adapting to a new league, a new country.
All while chasing promotion and dreaming of one more Lions tour.
It's fascinating. His determination, those positive reports, it makes his potential selection one of the big talking points this week.
No doubt about it. A great narrative to follow.
It really is. Well, that's all we have time for in this Rugby Obsession deep dive. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
Indeed. Thank you so much for listening. We look forward to you joining us for our next episode.